Hello, my good friends. Man, let's talk about XL Fleet, XL for ticker. You guys have been asking me to talk about this stock for over a month now, and you know what? I'm sorry I've waited so long to do it. I've been watching it, obviously, and let me say this, I am no stranger to XL Fleet. XL Fleet is one of the first companies, one of the first stocks Dillon with Money ever started to talk about. I remember when this company even merged with another blank check company. I was there. I had shares of this. I bought it before it was XL Fleet. I sold out of this, oh man, maybe like somewhere in 2020, I sold out of this at a very high price, took my money, and I never really went back. Now I'm looking at this and I'm going, you know what? There might be some opportunity right here, and let's talk about this. So first things first, I don't know that I would call this like 100% like a EV stock where this company is like just shelling out electric car after electric car. It's a little different than that, but still, yes, we will call it an EV company. But what this company is doing is very big, and I don't really want to go into that. If you know, I'm sure a lot of you know what XL Fleet is right now. So what we want to look at is the actual stock and the chart, and let's talk about that. So obviously the last 6 months has just been a downward spiral. It's just been completely going down, and honestly a lot of EV stocks have been following suit. We've been seeing this in the EV market with some things not so much. Now with XL Fleet, you know, I do think more than likely this stock is undervalued right now, just on a general sense. And I do believe once the stock hits a little more of good news that this will easily jump back up into a 350, 450 range. I think that's pretty safe to say, and I think a lot of you would agree with that statement right there. I don't think that's crazy to say at all. Now this week alone, we've seen some fight in this. We've had sell-off, we've had buy and sell-off, and today we saw a little climb here. Not much, but we did see a climb with, you know, a lot more sell-off coming down towards the end of the day, but then trying to get itself back up here. So before I talk about the squeeze, I know a lot of you are like, talk about the squeeze. Before we talk about the squeeze, obviously, you know, with the general stock, the general company of this, you know, this is where I want to break down and separate two situations that we have right now with the stock, is that the bread and butter of the company and what they're doing, XL Fleet has been changing in and out their suits, you know, the big wigs, so to speak. And a lot of investors do not like that. I'm going to be honest, you know, and I may take heat for this, but I kind of like when companies do that. I like when they change out people and they bring in new, fresh ideas and thoughts with people. And a lot of times they have to pay for better people, and when they're paying for better people and they have better people come in, that's just another investment that the company is doing. Yes, a lot of the time the investor, you will take the grunt of it up front, but in the long run, it could really pay off. Now, more than likely, we're going to start to see XL Fleet climb here. And why are we going to see that? We're going to naturally see a climb here more than likely because March 1st, a Tuesday, will be the fourth quarter release of 2021. So more than likely, you know, if you've been in the stock market and you invest in stocks, you generally see this, and you know, just as a common investor, that when companies will release their quarterlies, they will have a mild walk up. It could be an intense walk up depending on where the news is traveling, good or bad. But I do expect, like I said, XL Fleet to walk up here going into March. So buying this right now, even if you can get this at $1.80, $1.50, you're probably doing pretty well. So friends, talking about this squeeze that everyone is talking about, you know, this is where I play devil's advocate, and I have to because, you know, I have a platform, and, you know, this isn't a huge YouTube channel. I'm thankful for what it is, but obviously I can't go on here and say like there's going to be a squeeze and you need to buy like 5,000 shares of this right now. I can't say that because no one really knows when or if there's going to be a squeeze. Do I think there's going to be a squeeze in the sense of this will be maybe $5 within 30 days to next month? Do I think there's going to be a squeeze within 30 days to 2 months of this with XL Fleet? Possibly, yes. I do see good news coming around the corner with this. Like I said, when a company does switch out its, you know, CEOs, financial group, you're gonna see this. This is normal. This is nothing to be scared about. I mean, this is baby news. But generally, like we are seeing right now, it scares investors away. So the stock is trying to level out right now. It is trying. But XL Fleet itself, this is not really a new company. And this is kind of where I tell people, like, I would feel a little more comfortable in this, because XL Fleet, yeah, it's a new company to the market, but XL Fleet has actually been around for a little bit of time. And this is not a company that's going to be going out of business. This is not a company that is struggling right now. Even when I was talking about XL Fleet, 2 years ago, almost now, it was a booming company. There's a reason it came to public market. There's a reason that people like it. And there's a reason that it's been talked about quite a bit on YouTube. Yes, it's sad that the company has had their stock fall apart this much, but let's be honest, this is an opportunity because, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you may be sitting at a pretty high price range right now. I get that. It sucks. Trust me, I know. But opportunity could be at the door right now. So getting back to that squeeze, is there going to be a squeeze in this? Friends, I don't know. I don't know. And I know, somebody commented saying, like, you say I don't know a lot. I say I don't know a lot because if I don't know, I don't know. And if somebody is telling you that they do know there's going to be a squeeze, I would be very careful listening to that person. I think we've all learned our lesson with a lot of these YouTubers talking about AMC, GameStop, Cloverfield, whatever else that was supposed to have, a huge squeeze. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I hope I'm wrong. I hope it squeezes, because I know there's a lot of you that invest in this. I want to see everyone make money in the stock market. I really do. So friends, where I will leave you with this is that, do I believe XL Fleet is a good investment right now? I do. I really do. I've always said that. I've always been a fan of this company. And like I said, I have done the videos that I've made on this are probably absolutely dreadful, terrible, but they are on my channel because I made them so long ago. I have dug into this company very deep, and I like what they do. I like what they offer. I like the bread and butter, nuts and bolts of who they are, what they have for their future. And now that they have all these new people that are coming from very big companies themselves, other car manufacturers, don't be surprised to see XL Fleet Don't be surprised to see XL Fleet have an organic walk up here. I'm not so much looking at this, big squeeze, this big pop. I'm looking for news to come out here, for it to have a slow big buy-ins, and for this to do a 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, hopefully 6 walk up dollar bid price, $6 bid price walk up here sooner than later. So like I said, if you're buying this at 150, 160, I would feel very comfortable with those numbers. But friends, when it comes to the squeeze, do you know how many stocks and how many companies I hear about, and I get emailed about, I get texted about, I get called about, saying that there's going to be a squeeze? Friends, I hate to break it to you, but I just can't be one of these investors that are chasing these squeezes. If you are, you can afford it, that's great, fantastic. Like, let me know about them. I love listening to them, and I love drama in the stock market. I love when people make it big in the stock market. I'm such a fan of people doing well. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there's going to be some big, ginormous squeeze. I know there's guys on here saying that. That's great. That's fantastic. They can look at these candlestick charts and try to show you where this and how it's going to pop with this much volume. If that meets right there's criteria, that's great. Fantastic. Hedge fund does this, that, whatever. Invest in a company that you like. Invest in a company that you believe in. Invest in a company that you can afford to invest in at the right time. So friends, I'll start talking about XL Fleet again. I know a lot of y'all you've asked me to talk about this. Hopefully people watch the video, because I have been asked so many times to talk about this. And I'm sorry I'm just now getting to it, but my fingers are crossed for this squeeze. My fingers are crossed for this to have a natural walk up by retail investors. And good news, good quarterlies, bigger deals, bigger people coming in, and people coming in that are going to change XL Fleet. Friends, with all that said, remember, be positive much as you can. Take time to invest in that future of yours. And friends, thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone.